Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly how you can build your company's single most valuable asset, a truly committed workforce. Think of this as your personal guide. So let me ask you a question right off the bat. What's the one thing that really determines your company's success? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not your technology. It's not your patents. The data is crystal clear. It's your people. And we're going to show you exactly how to turn that team into your most powerful, sustainable competitive advantage. First things first, let's get on the same page about this term, human capital. Now, this isn't just some corporate buzzword for employees. It's the total brainpower, the unique skills, and the expertise that makes your company, well, your company. And here's the key. It's the only asset you have that can actually learn, that can innovate and drive real change. Now, when it comes to managing that human capital, every single leader, whether they realize it or not, is on one of two paths. You're either a cost reducer or you're a commitment maximizer. Let's dig into what that really means for your business. Okay, so here's the choice laid out plain and simple. On the left, you have the cost reducer. They see people as a line item on a spreadsheet, a headcount to be managed as cheaply as possible. It's all about rules and efficiency. But on the right, you have the commitment maximizer. They see people as an asset to be invested in and developed. The goal isn't just compliance. It's about forging a real psychological connection that builds genuine commitment. It's a night and day difference. You want a perfect real-world example of a commitment maximizer? Just look at Nordstrom. Their entire business strategy is built on this very idea. They don't have employees. They have associates. And they treat them like the company's most valuable asset, investing a ton in their training and empowering them. That philosophy translates directly into legendary customer service and profit. So, adopting the right philosophy is a huge first step, but a philosophy without a plan is just a nice thought, right? Step 2 is turning it into an actual playbook, and that means lining up your people management directly with your overall business strategy. And this is absolutely crucial. Every single thing you do related to people, how you hire, how you pay, how you train, it all has to flow directly from your organization's core mission. This is the big idea behind what's called strategic human resource management. You just can't win if your business strategy is pointing north and your people strategy is wandering off to the west. And getting that alignment isn't guesswork. It follows a pretty clear 5-step process. You start with your mission, your fundamental reason for being, then you look outside, analyzing the environment for opportunities and threats. Step 3 is about looking in the mirror at your own strengths and weaknesses. From there, you set clear, measurable goals, and only then, in step 5, do you figure out the strategy for how your people will get you there. And here's how that looks in the real world. Let's say your company's strategy is all-out growth. Well, your key HR job is to hire, train, and integrate new people fast. But what if you're in a stability phase? The focus completely shifts to retaining your best and brightest. And if things get tough and you're in a retrenchment phase, HR's role becomes critical in managing downsizing with care while supporting the people who stay. Each strategy needs a totally different people plan. Of course, if you're going to treat people like an asset, you know what the C-suite is going to ask, right? Show me the money. You've got to be able to prove the return on that investment. So how do you actually measure the value of your human capital? And let's be really clear about what's at stake here. A massive study by Watson Wyatt Worldwide found a direct, powerful link. The primary driver of a company's profitability is how well it manages its people. It's not just a factor, it's the factor. So how do you prove that in your own company? You have to move from subjective feelings to objective facts. You have to translate "we have great people" into hard data that everyone can understand and act on. And here are the tools you can use to do just that. These are actual formulas that turn the idea of investment into a hard number. You can calculate things like human capital ROI, which shows the exact profit you get for every dollar you spend on your team. You can track profit per employee. These are the kinds of metrics that change the whole conversation and prove that HR isn't a cost center. It's a critical value driver. Okay, so we've looked at the theory, we've talked about the metrics. Now it's time to turn the focus inward. The real question is, where does your organization actually stand? What's your true management philosophy? You can figure out a company's real investment orientation by looking at these 5 things. You can forget what the mission statement on the wall says. The truth is revealed in the day-to-day decisions. Let's run through these as a quick reality check for you. First, management values. Do your leaders really truly see people as central to getting things done? Second, your attitude toward risk. Investing in people is risky. They might leave. Do you see that as a necessary risk for success? Third, nature of skills. Are your employees' skills super specialized and core to what makes you special? Fourth, utilitarianism. Can your leaders look past a simple cost-benefit calculation to see the long-term value? And finally, outsourcing. When a new skill is needed, is your first instinct to build that talent from within or just go buy it from the outside? Your honest answers to these questions will tell you everything you need to know. Which brings us to our final and most important question. This is the one that really sums up this entire choice. Is your organization's strategy driven by constantly reacting to the external market? Or is it being driven from the inside out by the unique and powerful talent that you have actively committed to build? The answer to that question will define your future.